Sanya's return to Kwahu marked a new chapter in her life and in the life of the village. The wisdom and experiences she had gained during her time at the university program fueled her determination to bring about positive change. Her parents, Akua and Kofi, were more supportive than ever, encouraging her to use her voice and newfound knowledge to continue her advocacy. On her first day back, the village elders called for a special gathering. The community center buzzed with excitement and curiosity as everyone awaited Sanya's address. Elder Asai, who had always been a guiding light for Sanya, opened the meeting with a warm welcome. "Today we celebrate the return of one of our own. Elder Asai began. "Sanya has brought back with her the wisdom and spirit of a true leader. Let us hear what she has to share." Sanya stepped forward, her heart pounding with anticipation. She looked around at the familiar faces, each one representing the community she loved dearly. Taking a deep breath, she began to speak. "Thank you, Elder Asai, and thank you, everyone, for your unwavering support. My time at the university program was transformative. I learned so much about leadership, acceptance, and the power of community. I want to use this knowledge to continue building a more inclusive and understanding Kwahu." The audience listened intently, their eyes fixed on Sanya. She spoke about the importance of embracing differences and fostering a culture of empathy and respect. Her words resonated deeply, stirring emotions and sparking new ideas. "We must continue our journey towards acceptance," Sanya urged. "Let us educate our children, support one another, and create a safe space for everyone, regardless of their differences." After her speech, the villagers erupted in applause, their admiration for Sanya evident. Many came forward to express their support and share their thoughts. "You are wise beyond your years," Sanya said Edwo, holding her son Kwame's hand. "We are proud to stand with you." Sanya smiled, grateful for the overwhelming support. "Thank you, Adwoa. Together we can achieve great things." Over the next few days, Sanya and her family worked tirelessly to implement the lessons she had learned. They organized workshops and discussions on diversity, bringing in experts from neighboring communities to share their insights. The village school began to incorporate these teachings into their curriculum, ensuring that the younger generation grew up with a strong foundation of empathy and understanding. One afternoon, as Sanya and her friends gathered by the river, they reflected on the changes happening in Kwahu. The group included Yaya, Kwame, and several other children who had become close friends. "Sanya, do you think things will really change?" Yaya asked, skipping stones across the water. "I believe they already are," Sanya replied. "Look around us. People are more open, more accepting. It's just the beginning, but it's a strong start." Kwame nodded in agreement. "My mother always says that change starts with us. If we show kindness and understanding, others will follow." The children continued their conversation, their hearts filled with hope and determination. They knew the path ahead wouldn't be easy, but they were ready to face any challenges together. Meanwhile, Akua and Kofi were working on a new project to further support the village's growth. They planned to build a community center that would serve as a hub for learning, support, and cultural exchange. It would be a place where villagers could gather to share ideas, celebrate their heritage, and learn from one another. "We want this center to be a beacon of hope," Kofi explained to a group of villagers. "A place where everyone feels welcome and valued." The project received overwhelming support, with many villagers volunteering their time and resources to help bring it to life. As construction began, the sense of unity and purpose in Kwahu grew stronger. One evening, as the family sat together by the fire, Akua turned to Sanya. "You've inspired so many people, my dear. We are so proud of you." Sanya smiled, her heart full of gratitude. "Thank you, Mama. I couldn't have done it without you and Papa. Your love and support mean everything to me." Kofi nodded, his eyes reflecting the firelight. "We will always stand by you, Sanya. Together we will continue to make Kwahu a place where everyone can thrive." As the stars twinkled above, Sanya felt a deep sense of peace. She knew that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges, but she was ready. With her family and community by her side, she was confident that they could build a brighter future for Kwahu. The winds of change were blowing through the village, and Sanya was determined to lead the way. She looked forward to each new day, eager to make a difference and create a world where acceptance, love, and understanding reigned supreme. The construction of the community center was progressing rapidly. Every villager had contributed in some way, whether by providing materials, labor, or even just moral support. Sanya was deeply involved, coordinating efforts and ensuring that the center would be a welcoming place for everyone. She saw this center as a symbol of unity and progress, a physical manifestation of the values she and her family had been championing. One afternoon, as Sanya was overseeing the placement of the roof tiles, she noticed Elder Isai and a group of older villagers approaching. They looked curious, but also somewhat hesitant. Sanya walked over to greet them. "Good afternoon," Elder Isai Sanya said warmly. "How can I help you?" Elder Isai smiled, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. "We have come to see the progress of the community center. It is impressive, Sanya. You and your family have done a remarkable job." "Thank you, Elder." "It means a lot to hear that from you," Sanya replied. "Would you like a tour?" The group nodded, and Sanya led them through the construction site, explaining the purpose of each room and the plans for the center. As they walked, Elder Isi and the others began to share their thoughts and memories of the village. "This center reminds me of the old days when we had the communal hall," said one elder. "It was a place where everyone gathered, young and old, to share stories and wisdom." Elder Isai nodded in agreement. "It's important to bridge the gap between generations. The young can learn so much from the old, and we, in turn, can be inspired by their energy and ideas." Sanya listened intently, realizing that the elders had a wealth of knowledge and experience that could greatly benefit the community. She had been so focused on modernizing and pushing forward that she hadn't fully considered the importance of integrating the past with the future. Elder Isai Sanya said thoughtfully, "I think it would be wonderful if you and the other elders could contribute to the programs at the center. Your stories, your wisdom, it's all so valuable. Would you be interested in helping us?" Elder Isi's face lit up with a broad smile. "We would be honored, Sanya. It's important that we work together to build a strong, united community." The other elders nodded in agreement, and plans were soon set in motion to include storytelling sessions, traditional crafts, and history lessons as part of the center's offerings. The elders would have a dedicated space to share their knowledge and engage with the younger generations. As the weeks went by, the community center began to take shape. The main hall was completed, and it quickly became a hub of activity. The first event was a storytelling evening led by Elder Isai. Villagers of all ages gathered, sitting in a circle around a warm fire, eager to hear the tales of their ancestors. Elder Isi began with a story about the founding of Kwahu, a tale filled with bravery, wisdom, and the deep sense of community that had always defined the village. Her voice was strong and captivating, drawing everyone into the world of the past. As she finished, the room erupted in applause. Sanya looked around and saw the smiles and nods of approval. She knew that this was just the beginning of a new era for Kwahu, one where the wisdom of the past and the energy of the future would come together to create a vibrant, thriving community. The storytelling sessions became a regular event, with different elders sharing their experiences and knowledge each week. The children listened in awe, learning about the traditions and values that had shaped their village. These sessions also sparked many intergenerational conversations, fostering mutual respect and understanding. One evening, after a particularly moving story about resilience and unity, Sanya sat with Elder Isai. "Thank you, Elder," she said. "Your stories are more than just entertainment, they are lessons, reminders of who we are and where we come from." Elder Isai nodded, her eyes reflecting the firelight. "And your vision for this community center, Sanya, is what will carry those lessons into the future. We are all part of this journey, and together, we will make Kwahu stronger." Sanya felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She knew that the path they were on was not just about building structures or organizing events, it was about weaving the fabric of their community tighter, ensuring that every thread, young and old, was valued and integrated. As the months passed, the community center became a beacon of hope and progress in Kwahu. Workshops on modern skills and technologies were held alongside sessions on traditional crafts and practices. There were music and dance evenings, health and wellness seminars, and even a library filled with books donated by the villagers and neighboring communities. Sanya's heart swelled with pride each time she saw children sitting with elders, listening to stories or learning to weave baskets. She knew that this blending of past and future was exactly what Kwahu needed to thrive. One day, as she was organizing books in the library, Sanya found herself reflecting on the journey so far. From the challenges she faced at birth to the acceptance and love she found within her community, it had been a remarkable path. And now, as she stood at the forefront of this movement, she felt more determined than ever to continue advocating for unity, understanding, and growth. The winds of change had indeed swept through Kwahu, and Sanya was ready to lead her village into a bright, inclusive future. With the support of her family, friends, and community, she knew that anything was possible. Together, they would continue to build a village where every voice was heard, every story cherished, and every individual respected and loved. With the community center flourishing, Sanya turned her attention to the village school. She believed that the principles of acceptance and understanding needed to be embedded in the very foundation of education in Kwahu. She approached the headmaster, Mr. Owusu, with her ideas. Mr. Owusu, Sanya began, I've been thinking about how we can incorporate lessons on diversity, empathy, and acceptance into the school curriculum. It's important for children to learn these values early on. Mr. Owusu, a wise and open-minded man, nodded thoughtfully. You're right, Sanya. Education is the key to shaping the future. What do you propose? Sanya shared her vision of a curriculum that included not only traditional subjects but also lessons on cultural diversity, emotional intelligence, and respect for differences. She suggested inviting guest speakers, organizing cultural exchange programs, and incorporating storytelling sessions by the elders. We can create a holistic learning environment, Sanya explained, one that nurtures both the mind and the heart. Mr. Owusu was impressed by her ideas and immediately saw their potential. Let's work on this together, Sanya. We'll need to develop a comprehensive plan and present it to the school board and the village council. Over the next few weeks, Sanya and Mr. Owusu collaborated tirelessly. They met with teachers, parents, and elders to gather input and refine their proposal. The new curriculum would include 1. Cultural diversity classes, lessons on the different cultures within and outside Kwahu, highlighting their customs, traditions, and histories. And 2. Emotional intelligence workshops, activities designed to help children understand and manage their emotions, develop empathy, and build healthy relationships. 3. Storytelling sessions, regular visits from village elders to share stories that impart moral lessons and cultural heritage. 4. Cultural exchange programs, opportunities for students to interact with peers from neighboring villages and learn about their ways of life. 5. Respect and acceptance modules, exercises and discussions on the importance of respecting differences and the dangers of prejudice and discrimination. When the plan was ready, Sanya and Mr. Owusu presented it to the school board. The board members listened intently, asking questions and offering suggestions. By the end of the meeting, they were convinced of the benefits and unanimously approved the new curriculum. The next step was to present the curriculum to the village council. The council was known for its cautious approach, but Sanya's reputation and the evident success of the community center worked in her favor. With her parents and elder Isai by her side, she made a compelling case for why these changes were necessary for the village's future. Education is the foundation of our society, Sanya argued. If we teach our children to embrace diversity and practice empathy, we will build a stronger, more united Kwahu. The council deliberated for a few days before calling another meeting. Sanya felt a mix of anticipation and anxiety as she awaited their decision. When the day arrived, the council members took their seats, and the room fell silent. Council leader Kwabena stood up and addressed the assembly. We have carefully considered the proposal for the new curriculum. After much discussion, we have decided to approve it. We believe it will greatly benefit our children and our community. A wave of relief and joy washed over Sanya and her supporters. The new curriculum was officially adopted, and preparations began immediately. Teachers underwent training to effectively deliver the new lessons, and the school received support from various organizations to implement the changes. The impact of the new curriculum was felt almost immediately. Students became more engaged in their studies and displayed a newfound respect for one another. They eagerly participated in the storytelling sessions and cultural exchange programs, broadening their horizons and deepening their understanding of the world around them. One day, during a cultural diversity class, a student named Kofi shared his thoughts. "I used to think that people who were different from me were strange or scary, but now I understand that we are all unique, and that's what makes our village so special." Sanya's heart swelled with pride. Kofi's words echoed the very essence of what she had hoped to achieve. The village was growing stronger and more united, one lesson at a time. As the months passed, the school's new curriculum received attention from neighboring villages. Leaders from other communities visited Kwahu to learn from their experiences and explore the possibility of implementing similar programs. Sanya welcomed them with open arms, eager to share the successes and challenges they had encountered. Back at the community center, the integration of educational programs continued. The center became a place where learning never stopped, where children and adults alike could come to expand their knowledge and understanding. The collaborative spirit that had taken root in Kwahu was a testament to the power of education and the strength of community. Sanya's journey had come full circle. From a child born with a unique gift to a young woman leading her village towards a brighter future, she had shown that acceptance, empathy, and determination could overcome any obstacle. The village of Kwahu was no longer just a place of traditional values, it was a beacon of hope and progress, a shining example of what a united community could achieve. And as Sanya looked out over her village, she knew that their journey was far from over. There would always be new challenges to face and new lessons to learn. But with the support of her family, friends, and the entire community, she was confident that Kwahu would continue to thrive, embracing diversity and building a future where everyone could flourish. The successful integration of the new curriculum at the village school and the thriving community center inspired Sanya to think of more ways to unite Kwahu. She recognized the power of shared experiences in bringing people together and decided to revive and innovate the village's traditional festivals. These festivals would be designed to celebrate diversity, foster unity, and provide a platform for showcasing the talents and traditions of every member of the community. The first festival on Sanya's mind was the Kwahu Unity Festival. She envisioned it as a grand celebration that would highlight the cultural richness of Kwahu and surrounding villages. It would include music, dance, food, crafts, and stories from various cultures, creating a vibrant tapestry of shared heritage and mutual respect. Sanya brought her idea to the village council, where she explained how the festival could promote understanding and appreciation among the villagers. The council members were intrigued and supportive, recognizing the potential of such an event to strengthen community bonds. With the council's approval, Sanya formed a planning committee that included representatives from different age groups, backgrounds, and talents. She wanted the festival to be a true reflection of the community's diversity. Elder Isai, a respected figure in the village, agreed to co-chair the committee with Sanya, bringing her wisdom and experience to the endeavor. Over the next few months, the committee worked tirelessly to organize the festival. They reached out to local musicians, dancers, artists, and storytellers, inviting them to participate and share their skills. They also contacted neighboring villages, encouraging them to join the celebration and contribute to the event. The preparations generated a palpable excitement in Kwahu. Villagers of all ages and backgrounds came together, volunteering their time and resources. The sense of unity and anticipation was infectious, and Sanya felt a deep sense of fulfillment watching her vision come to life. Finally, the day of the Kwahu Unity Festival arrived. The village was adorned with colorful decorations, and the air buzzed with the sounds of laughter, music, and chatter. Stalls offering traditional foods from different cultures lined the main square, their delicious aromas mingling in the breeze. The festival began with a grand parade, featuring dancers and musicians from Kwahu and the neighboring villages. Each group showcased their unique traditions, their vibrant costumes and rhythmic performances captivating the audience. Sanya walked at the front of the parade, feeling a surge of pride as she witnessed the joyous display of unity. After the parade, the villagers gathered in the main square for the official opening ceremony. Elder Issy took the stage first, her presence commanding respect and attention. "Welcome everyone," she began. Today we celebrate not only our individual cultures but the strength and beauty that comes from our unity. This festival is a testament to what we can achieve when we come together as one community. The crowd erupted in applause, and Sanya felt a swell of gratitude for Elder Asi's support and wisdom. When it was her turn to speak, Sanya addressed the gathering with heartfelt emotion. "This festival is a dream come true," she said. "It represents our shared commitment to embracing diversity, fostering understanding, and building a future where everyone is valued. Let us celebrate our differences and find joy in our common bonds." The festival continued with a series of performances and activities. Musicians played traditional and contemporary songs, dancers performed mesmerizing routines, and storytellers captivated audiences with tales of heroism and wisdom. There were also workshops where villagers could learn traditional crafts and skills, bridging the gap between generations. Children ran around, their faces painted with vibrant patterns, while elders sat together, sharing stories and laughter. The atmosphere was one of joy and camaraderie, a true reflection of the spirit of Kwahu. One of the most anticipated events was the cultural fashion show. Villagers proudly donned traditional attire, representing their heritage with grace and pride. As each participant walked down the runway, the audience cheered, celebrating the rich cultural tapestry that made up their community. Throughout the day, Sanya moved through the crowds, talking to villagers and visitors alike. She listened to their stories, their praises, and their suggestions for future festivals. She was struck by the overwhelming sense of community and the realization that the festival had already achieved its goal of bringing people together. As the sun set and the festival drew to a close, the villagers gathered for the final event, a communal bonfire. They sat around the fire, sharing food, singing songs, and reflecting on the day's events. The warmth of the fire mirrored the warmth in their hearts, a symbol of the unity and love that had been kindled among them. Elder Isai and Sanya stood together, watching the flickering flames. "You've done something truly remarkable," Sanya Elder Isai said. "This festival has brought our community closer in ways I never imagined." "It wasn't just me," Sanya replied, her voice filled with emotion. "It was all of us, working together. And this is just the beginning. There's so much more we can achieve as a united community." Elder Isai nodded, her eyes reflecting the firelight. "Indeed, Sanya. This is the start of a new chapter for Kwahu. A chapter where we celebrate our diversity and strength, and build a future where everyone can thrive." As the villagers sang and laughed around the bonfire, Sanya felt a profound sense of hope and determination. The Kwahu Unity Festival had been a success, but it was more than just a celebration, it was a promise of what they could achieve together. With each step forward, they would continue to foster unity, embrace diversity, and create a brighter future for all. Thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel.